Hi everyone! I should have done this video ages ago when I had a million pet peeves right here on my forehead and my brain, but unfortunately I couldn't because there were many things going on, and I'll tell you about those. Remember how I used to live with my mom, my dog, my aunt, my little cousin, and his little sister? Well, they decided that they're not happy here and that they're better off in their home country, which is where I was born, Costa Rica. Don't mind my phone. And so they packed up and they left. And it was an insane move. And on one hand, I'm really sad that they're gone because I think that if they tried a little bit harder to have a life here in Hannover, Deutschland, that they might have been slightly happy, just a tiny bit of happiness maybe. But they had never lived anywhere else but Costa Rica, so they decided, F this, my life is not working out, I gotta get out of here. And I mean, good for them that they know what's best for them when the rest of us that know them very well know exactly what's best for them and it's not what they chose to do, but we know stubborn people, right? Stubborn, selfish people? Yep, we all do. So that happened, and they've been gone since Sunday, which means that the house is an absolute mess. When I say mess, I mean boxes everywhere, one or two suitcases here and there. Their room, which used to be our living room, is an absolute, oh my god, it's like Hurricane Jorba Calderon came along in this house, basically. I spent the whole day sweeping the floors yesterday, and when I mean the whole day, I mean I spent hours because what used to be what once was how do I explain this, gosh, what once was our office, which is basically where this computer and my mom's computer was. We had two desks over at the other end of the house, and then it turned into a dining room, so we took that out, put it in a corner of the next room because it was much bigger, and that became our dining room. So the room next to that is the biggest room in the house. That became our living room slash dining room. Yeah. And then things changed completely when they came. My room became the kids' room. I was the oldest in my room. We had a double bed in my room. My mom and her sister slept in the same bed in the same room. And then they moved into that little tiny room that used to be the office room and the dining room. And then everything from my grandmother's house in Costa Rica got shipped over to Germany. So we have like 15 new pieces of furniture that used to be in my grandmother's house. And when I mean furniture, I don't mean just simple tables here and there that you can put around the house. I mean big stuff. And that was put in all around the house, including the big fat bed that she used to own with her husband, which was my grandfather. So they left it all as it is, including portraits and pictures and everything, all around the house. You don't even want to know what the cellar looks like. There's even more down there, which got flooded with pee a few weeks ago. Don't even want to know about that. So they left. Everything just stayed the way it is. So I started sweeping the kitchen, then went onto the hallway, which is right through that door right there. And then I completely missed my mom's room, my room, and the bathroom, but I went all the way to their room and the room after that, which is, you could say, the nothing room, the storage room now. There's lots of stuff in there that has not been touched. And you do not want to know the amount of crap that I found while sweeping. I mean, moving chairs here and there and just, getting the broom really in the corners, and I was just like, unbelievable the amount of stuff that I found. I just can't believe all that has been under the furniture for months. Months! I really do mean months. And my aunt, my little cousin, and I, we had a little bit of a problem a few months ago because I'm not even gonna talk about this. Someone stole my makeup. Not all of it because I have too much. They stole my makeup, and after they gave it back, there was one eye pencil missing, and it was still missing long after that situation happened. And I was sweeping the room. I was sweeping what used to be their room, which the beds are still there because we can't do anything about it. It was left for me. My grandmother said she was going to give it to me anyway. And guess what I found? The damn pencil and my little cousin's secret place, basically. And I was just like, unbelievable. When she said, I asked her, do you understand what stealing is and that you shouldn't do it? And she said, yes, I understand. I will never do it again. And she gave me a pinky promise. And she had that pencil there all along. It's like, I just can't believe it. Which brings me to the subject of today, pet peeves. Or things that you dislike, but everyone uses pet peeves. My dog is like, I'm uncomfortable, Mom. Cutie little thing. Okay, as I said, I should have made this video ages ago, which would have been a few days ago, because back then I had a lot of pet peeves in mind. But, well, I still have a few. I'm like blank-brained now that they're all gone, so isn't my kitchen just beautiful? I cleaned it up after they left. So, my first pet peeve. I can't say that I hate people who smoke because my mother is a smoker and she has been a smoker since long before I existed on this planet. My own boyfriend, the love of my life, he's also a smoker. He quit smoking for a few months and then life got much harder, so he had to go back to that relief thing that you get when you smoke, which I can't understand it because I literally can't smoke. I've tried to inhale, and the moment the thing goes to my throat, I'm like, and it just doesn't work, so I can't smoke. Simple as that. So, yeah, I can't say that I hate smokers, but I hate the act of smoking. Basically, my aunt was walking around the house with one cigarette, and she put it down somewhere and then completely lost it, and she couldn't find it even the day after, and she had no idea where the hell that cigarette came to be. Excuse me, I'm hungry. And, so pet peeve number one, if you're a smoker, I'm pretty sure that cigarettes are the most expensive thing you buy daily or weekly, because my mom buys, does she have a packet around her somewhere? Oh, she does. Give me a second, if I can reach it. Oh, my dog is killing me, wait. Oh, gotcha. I nearly just killed him with the table. My mom buys these tiny little things, and they are environmental. And this is slightly smaller than my own hand. And this one is new. And it has about 10, I think, in there. There are really small cigarettes. I would show you, but it's disgusting to look at the ashtray. So, I just ruined my chair again. So, these are $5.25, I think, or €5, I'm not sure. And she buys at least 10 a week, I don't know. And, well, basically, one of the pet peeves that I hate about smokers is that you buy it with your own money. You know it's expensive. So if you lose a cigarette around the house, or you lose the packet itself somewhere on the street and you just can't find it, it's your own fault, okay? Don't be like, where's my cigarette? It's like, you have a million more. You can just take another one out, put it in your mouth, and light the fuck up, and just smoke it and relax. Like, don't lose your tits over it. Seriously, it's like, I understand that it's expensive, but dude, you started smoking, it's your own fault. So don't give everyone this bullshit about, where's my cigarette, I can't find my cigarette, I can't do anything until I find my cigarette. You do whatever the fuck you're supposed to do, and then you look for the cigarette when you have time for it. I'm sorry, if you don't have time for it, it's your own fault. It just pisses me off when people do that. Another thing that my mom does that I don't think she does on purpose, we have like a different timer in our brains. My mom is a very busy woman. She's a math teacher, but she works with the IB, International Baccalaureate, for those of you who don't know what it is. International Baccalaureate, for those of you who didn't hear what I said because I was speaking too fast. Because I'm going on 10 minutes and I don't want to make this video too long. I usually wash the dishes because, well, I've discovered that I can wash with gloves. It's like genius. And I wash the dishes all day, and at the end of the day, we do have a washing machine, which is this right here, and it's going on right now. But sometimes I'm just like, I want to have dishes, and I don't want to have to, you know, day after day, fill that up and put it on and wait till it's over. Forget it. I do my own thing. I wash the dishes and I put them away. Perfect. Simple as that. And I don't know what it is, but as soon as I come into the kitchen and I put my gloves on, and I hear clickety, and I'm just like, "Did you just like a cigarette?" And she goes, "Well, yeah, I haven't had one in 10 minutes." I'm just like, I was here 10 minutes ago ready to wash the dishes and you said, wait till I finish this one. It's like, seriously, you can't go without one for 10 minutes? Fuck you, for God's sake. And then there's, I wrote it down. This one is slightly different. It doesn't have to do with anything about smokers. This is about language. If you are a person born in the United Kingdom, I'm going to put my British accent on. If you're a bloke from the UK and you've been living there your whole life, I would expect you. I mean, I don't care if you haven't been to school or if you quit college at 18. I don't give the slightest piece of fuck about that piece of information. If you are a British person, I would expect you to be able to spell things correctly. Us Americans hardly make that mistake. At least I have quite a few American friends on my Facebook, and when I mean quite a few, I mean I lived in the United States for 2 years, and I had American friends long before I went to the United States. And I still have American friends, and they have never managed to make a mistake. I don't think it's autocorrect. I don't think it's looking up the word just to update your status correctly. I don't think so. They manage to spell things correctly. But you, British people, for some reason, can't spell a simple word like there, meaning those people, their meal is too expensive. Why can't you spell that correctly? You know who you are. You know exactly who you are. You know exactly who I'm talking about. I'm talking about people I've met at the gym in Norwich. I'm talking about, who else am I talking about? I'm talking about people I used to know from Norwich in general. Not actual people from the gym, but even the ones that do have a simple job like waitressing, they manage to spell things correctly. What the fuck is your problem? I just don't understand it. I mean, today I was talking to a friend because he recently reconnected with his family this year, and he's put up adorable pictures and photographs of his little nieces and nephews. And I'm just like, you having a good time? And he goes, yeah, they're amazing. Spelled T-H-E-R-E. Wrong! That is not the right word. If you're going to spell, you know how it's spelled, so don't spell it incorrectly. I do not think you have an iPhone that autocorrects it to that. Because if it autocorrects it, you would have written there, and it would have autocorrected it to there, T-H-E-Y, apostrophe R-E. Am I right? And if you can't spell it correctly, then write they are instead of there. Because it's fucking ridiculous. My next pet peeve, back to American accent, because it takes a while for me to get into it. My next pet peeve is, this one really pisses me off. Some mothers are amazing, some mothers aren't meant to be mothers because they're just not right, okay? My mother is my best friend, and I wouldn't change a single thing for my life to be different because she's the best thing in my life. She really is. This little fluffy guy is the second best thing in my life. I don't like to embarrass her or to fight with her in public or at home, indoors. I don't like to fight with her in general. But she has this little thing that she said something, I heard it, I acknowledged it, it registered in my brain. A minute and a half later, she said that again because she's sure that she hasn't said it before. And I'm just like, Mom, I know. And she goes, No, you don't know because I just told you. And I'm just like, oh God, here we go. You just told me 2 minutes ago. And she's like, do not raise your voice down. And I'm just like, fuck you, you just told me something 2 minutes ago. And it registered in my brain. What, so you think that I'm a sidekick now because I know what you're going to tell me and you're sure you didn't tell me before? And I'm explaining it to her in the calmest voice possible, not trying to raise eyebrows in the street. And she's still mad at me for making a scene. I'm not making a scene. I am telling you, woman, you told me the same damn thing 2 minutes ago. It's not my fault that your memory isn't as good as it used to be a few years ago. Just deal with it, okay? And then I come home and we're yelling at each other, and my aunt is like, whoa, what's wrong? What's wrong, guys? What the hell happened? And then I'm cornered into my own room for having treated my mom like shit on the street. It's like, I'm not treating my motherfucking mom like shit on the street. I'm telling her she just told me the same damn thing 2 minutes ago. If she has a bad memory, she can suck it up. But I heard the thing, and it's in my brain. So deal with it. I'm not treating her like shit. It's like, what does you forgetting to tell me something have to do anything with me raising my voice? It just doesn't. You shut up. You listen to me. And I told you 2 minutes ago, I remember the whole scene. I told her, you told me, showing me the damn thing, what it was for, and what we're going to use it for, and how much it was. I'm not raising my voice trying to make it look like a crap, Mom. Just deal with it. And I can't stand it when that happens. And then she ends up slapping me. Really? Next pet peeve. Right. We have this problem because they're gone now. We had this problem in the house that some people are too lazy to do things correctly, leave things the way they should be. In Germany, we have cereal bags that have a sticker on the side. So when you open it and you roll it down, you put the sticker so that no air goes through it, so that it stays healthy for as long as it can. I don't have a problem doing that. I do it every single time. I'm OCD about that stuff. I don't give a shit if you're not OCD. And the rest of us eat the same damn thing in the house, and we would like to eat it crunchy and nice and tasty, not fucking soft and outdated just because you couldn't fucking close it correctly. I know we have clips in the house, but they're not necessary. The damn bag has a sticker. So I teach my cousin how to do it. I roll it in front of him. I take the sticker and I put it up, and he goes, got it. The next day, I open the cereal box and I take it out. What is it? All crumbled up, and the sticker is nowhere to be seen. Are you really that lazy? Come on! You're never gonna have a successful life or even be happy. Not with yourself, not with anyone, if you're gonna keep doing that bullshit. It pisses me off. How many are these already? 4. Number 4. My cousin, the oldest cousin that was in this house, because I was the oldest one, I'm 20 years old now. I can't believe I'm 20 years old. I still feel 17. I feel 12, for God's sake. He is always stuck on the computer. I know he was never happy in this house. I don't blame him. But he was always stuck on his computer, basically locked in his own room, which wasn't even his own room. It was a storage room. And I sent his little sister to tell him something. He automatically yells at her, "Get out! Get out!" And I'm just like, what did he say? He told me to get out. And I'm just like, oh, that little boy. So I decide to let the situation go. But then, my aunt, knowing that he's hungry, goes in and she offers him like 5 different options of foods and meals. And he's just like, nope, nope, I don't like that, I don't like that. And then she goes, fine, eat cereal. He lives on cereal. Like, really? And then the best part is, she has to take the damn cereal box to him, the bowl, the milk, and the fucking spoon. Yeah. I'm sorry, but kid, you have no excuse. You have all your limbs, you have no mental disability, and you have no fucking disability whatsoever. So what is stopping you from getting the fuck off the chair, opening the door, walking all the way to the kitchen, and doing the damn meal yourself? Nothing is stopping you except for laziness and selfishness. You got that? I'm sick of it, and I'm glad you're gone for 1. And 2, I hope you get yelled at by your aunt, Nati, because she is not going to take that bullshit from you. I have a few more pet peeves, but I guess I'll have to do a pet peeve number 2, because I can't remember them at all. Oh yeah, there's one more. His little sister. She her supposed dad did a very bad job of taking care of her every time they were together. Because he gives her everything she wants. And I mean everything. So when we were in the same room, and I don't understand this concept of your own mother having to dress you up. She's 7 years old. 7, 8? I don't even know anymore. But she's nearly 10. She knows how to dress herself. And yet she needs help doing her socks. Come on, that is absolutely ridiculous. And the thing is, her mother is actually her grandmother. And she has 2 daughters. The oldest daughter. The oldest daughter is the one that gave birth to the 2 little cousins that came to live with us. He knows. And she kind of ruined their childhood. I'm not going to explain how, because it's a personal matter. Maybe another video when I'm much more in touch with my fans or my subscribers. It's not my fault that she ruined her own daughter's childhood back then when they weren't even 15 years old, 12 and 13. What was wrong with her? And so years later, when this little one, she is 7, 8 years old, and her mother washes her hair, washes her body, dries her, fucking carries her to her room and dresses her up. I'm sorry, but I was dressing myself up and washing myself when I was already 5 years old. What the fuck is your problem? And she goes, they're only this age once in a lifetime. It's like, bitch, you had 2 daughters already. Didn't you already have fun doing that? Seriously. And that's all the pet peeves for today. I'm sorry if I yelled too much, or if I spoke too fast, or if I was rude, or if you didn't like this video. If you didn't like it, I would like you to please be honest and press the thumbs down, okay? I don't want you to lie to me. If you did like this video, press thumbs up. And, of course, don't forget to subscribe. Check out my other videos, and I will be doing singing ones soon. Very, very soon. I have been sick. Not for the past 3 days, but when I came back from Berlin 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago, something like that. I was sick and I couldn't sing, and things were going off, and people were packing, and now everything's great. So I'm glad that you watched this video, and have a nice weekend. And don't forget to vote for Costa Rica in the FIFA World Cup, because we are the best. Ticos, ticos.